Hey kids, you're listening to the internet's wettest podcast about video games, consoles, and pancakes. The SML Podcast. Prepare for the SML Podcast.
What's up, everybody? This is the SML Podcast. I am your host, Joe. Did you miss us?
No.
Yes.
Are we asking us?
Someone missed us. Aki's here, Bri's here, Jacob's here, Ian's here, and Grant is here. How's everyone doing?
Yay.
I'm sick. Good.
Boo.
I learned something today.
What'd you learn?
That permanent retainers aren't permanent. I ate a piece of candy and my permanent retainer broke out my head. So,
jeez.
Is that an improvement or no? Like, in all seriousness, though, like, I mean,
it's probably
like,
okay.
how is that hurt? Like, I mean, is it hurting?
No.
Like, I've never even heard of a permanent retainer before. I assume it's in your mouth, but
yeah, basically, all a permanent retainer is a piece of metal that they glue to the back of two of your teeth, hold all the teeth in place after you get braces if they decide to give you a permanent retainer. And chances are most people that are teenagers or younger probably will never have heard of it because they don't do it anymore. Did you have this
done? I was going to say, did you have this done later in life, or are you much older than
I got these at the end of high school.
Can I get a ballpark on the year?
It's been almost 20 years since I got this in.
Oh.
I got these in.
Was Smash Mouth popular at the time?
Yes.
Okay.
Was that a retainer pun?
Say no more. Say no more.
They haven't done permanent.
Somebody once told me this is a terrible way to start a show.
Yeah. So now I just have sharp glue in the back of two of my teeth. It's great.
Oh, nice.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Like, so are you going to go to like a dentist tomorrow?
No, I'm not home. So I'm going to be waiting until I go to my dentist in March when I'm home.
Oh, so there's no like dental clinic in the area, or
there is, but I can't afford it.
Okay.
That costs money. It's not so bad that it's probably going to cut my tongue, so I'm not particularly too worried about it. Just I don't like the feel of it.
I mean, I guess you could put like dental wax over it. Or wait, is it completely gone, or like is there just like a piece sticking out still?
The retainer itself is gone, but they glue it to the back of your teeth.
Oh, okay. So the there.
Yeah, and the glue is sharp on one side because the piece of metal ripped out of one part of it. So now all of that's sharp.
You might want to like hit up like CVS and like get some dental wax if you haven't already.
Okay, like, I will look into that then. I mean, because that's cheap. I can do that easy.
I guess bubble gum would work. Maybe.
I mean, at least as a temporary means.
I haven't had bubble gum in so long.
Yeah, something that like you could just like stick a wad of in there and just like, temporarily keep it covered.
No.
I mean, or you could go in with like a chisel and a hammer and just try and like break the rest of it out.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, sadly they're right when they start the mouth starts to curve, so that's no.
So cut to the next day at the dentist's office.
Yeah.
Well, it's a funny story that you should ask about.
Yeah, basically.
It all started.
FML podcast.
It all started when
now
someone
stands for
suggested
shitty medical license.
Dumb. Yeah.
Oh God.
But yeah, so that's my news.
So that's how Aki's been. Bri, how have you been? You said you're sick. I'm sick too. Are we sick with the same thing?
I just have a cold and I have this like lingering cough and congestion that I just can't get rid of, and it's very annoying.
That sucks.
Good stuff.
Sorry to
Good
hear
stuff.
that.
But I had a really great vacation, so
Yay.
that's good. Even
What'd
though
you
I
do
was
on
sick for part of
vacation?
it. I went to a cheese castle.
So you went to Wisconsin?
I did.
A cheese castle.
Jacob thought he was
Explain.
making a joke, and you're just like, yes.
Yes.
Well, I mean, to
Thank
be fair,
you
if
for
there's
the
ever going to be a
sub.
cheese castle,
I'm waiting for Bri to be like, no, actually, I went, but it like the sentence still has yet to come, and I'm just being
Yeah,
held
I'm-
here in suspense.
Please expound.
So yeah, it's a building shaped like a castle, and they sell cheese and cheese related accessories and like sausage and beer and wine and like charcuterie boards shaped like things and cheese knives and all the things that you need to eat the copious
Oh my
amounts
God, she's not
of a
kidding.
variety of cheese.
Oh my god!
It's-
Where is this?
It's a
It's
cheese
in
castle.
Kenosha.
Yes, yes, it is.
Mars
I
Cheese
posted
Castle.
pictures in the Discord. Yes.
Oh my god! What?
Go ahead, Jacob. What are you going to ask?
we're
Jacob.
too busy ogling the cheese castle.
Yeah,
So this is looking at
apparently.
I'm just like looking at a photo of it. And I'm just like, this is so damn ridiculous. Why does
Yeah.
this exist? But
Why
America.
wouldn't it exist?
Because people like me would want to go to a cheese castle. I love cheese. I mean, I'm Swiss and I'm
So-
kind of cheesy. It just
And your name is Bri, so
exactly, exactly.
Behold the power of cheese.
Yeah, no, I should post a picture of me. I was in a restaurant supply store because I do, the big medieval feast things, and someone has a membership so that we can get discounts on large quantities of food to feed like 100, 200 people at a time. And so I found a wheel of raclette cheese. If you guys don't know what raclette is, you basically melt it over a fire and you serve it on boiled potatoes, and you have like little pearl onions with it, and you can put some nutmeg on top, fresh, and it is delightful. But yeah, I found an entire wheel, and it's huge, and I'm just like hugging this whole wheel of cheese. And there's a picture of me hugging a wheel of cheese
I'm
because
just
why
very
not?
happy because I have a sound clip for this.
Idaho potatoes.
Probably.
There you go. Yeah, cheese for life. But yeah, so I got a bunch of cheese, and I got some root beer, maple root beer, and I had a whole bunch of cheese. I don't know, it was a thing to do. And
like what kinds did you have? Or
let's see, I got I had a jalapeno cheddar, I had a Gruyere cheddar. There was an herbed Havarti, and what else did I get? I've already forgotten. I posted a picture of it, of some of the cheese I got. So
Ian
yeah.
is a
their
fan of
online
cheese.
store, like
Oh,
all
it was
Cheese is fucking delicious, bro.
it was a rosemary Asiago. That was the other one I got.
Oh
man.
my god.
Mix that in with a little bit of parm.
Yeah.
See, Ian's a professional when it comes to cheese because we went on a trip to Arkansas, and he knows where I'm going with this.
Yep.
There was a fancy grilled cheese place where you could just
nice.
go and get like, a ham and cheese or, whatever you wanted, like artichoke and cheese, whatever fancy shit they had.
So,
Ian, what did you make? How many cheeses was it?
well, I just wanted a grilled cheese sandwich, and I ordered like, 2 or 3 of the classic cheeses, and I happened to ask the woman that was serving, like, what's the limit on cheese? And she's like, there isn't any. And I was like, what? I was like, I can have as much cheese as I want. And she's like, yeah. All right. So out of the like 14 cheeses available, I had 12 of them on this sandwich.
Nice.
And after it was brought out, like the 14 people there unanimously agreed that it should be called the Jesus Christ
Yes.
There you go.
because of how it looked.
I'm starting
It
to
was
think if we should have called it
fucking
the
delicious.
cheese's crust.
Well, I think that's what we were originally going to go with, but like everyone just kind of kept exclaiming it into the expletive out of because I mean
Yeah.
this thing was. It's like imagine like a
Massive.
Texas toast cheese sandwich with like the cheese as thick, if not thicker, than the Texas toast itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like the thing was like had kind of like a wax paper wrap because there was no way the cheese was going to stay in the sandwich once I started eating it.
Yeah. It was
delicious.
And how long after you ate that was your first heart attack?
Well, I mean, my bowels were plugged until I got home from that trip, but it was totally worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I didn't have to worry about going on the flight back. That's all I have to say.
True.
Yeah.
Fair.
Did you fly back? I thought you drove with us.
Oh, wait, maybe I'm thinking of a different... Oh, that time we drove. That was the road trip. Okay. There was another time we went out to Arkansas when I flew.
Yeah, I flew one time and it was weird for me. Like I'm so used to doing that road trip and making the drive and having a vehicle down there that the one time I didn't, it was just weird. I had to sit around and wait for other people to do stuff.
Yeah, it's funky.
Yeah.
Or you could have just rented a car.
Yeah.
No.
But
They've got a restaurant at this place, and it serves breakfast. And I'm just like,
It's
How-
a tavern. Yeah.
Bri, how popular is this place that it's open 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
So it's kind of like a smaller version of Buc-ee's that just focuses on cheese.
We don't have Buc-ee's in this area.
Yeah, but you've heard of Buc-ee's. You've heard of
I mean,
the
like,
ridiculous
I know,
it's focused
just
on the
assume-
cheese.
I just assume that it's like a Sheetz or a Turkey Hill or something like that.
You know, it was pretty big. There was a lot of cheese. A lot of other stuff, but
This
but
place
mostly
sounds like
cheese.
heaven.
Oh, Jesus, it's Jesus.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
I also went to a dino museum. It was like for kids, and they put a Santa hat on like one of the largest dinosaurs in the room, and I was excited because it was a
love
huge
that
Santa.
picture.
Yeah, there's a picture of that in the
Huge.
Discord too.
So everybody,
Because
come
I was already
join the
there.
Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. Good time. We have I don't know, I'd say we have fun there, but what is fun these days?
I mean, there's pictures of cheese, so there's
True.
that.
So what else did you do on your vacation? Anything else fun?
You know, I did. I just relaxed. I watched a lot of TV, like caught up on some stuff like Agatha All Along, and
Ooh.
caught up on some movies, and I went to help volunteer at a couple places. I went with someone to go donate some stuff to a cat shelter or a pet shelter.
Aww.
And I went and played with the cat colony and gave some cuddles.
Kitties.
Yeah, there were so many black cats in there, and there was one in particular that just like immediately we became best buds. So yeah, I hung out in the cat colony and gave out some cuddles. But yeah, mostly just relaxing, which was a nice change of pace, and yeah.
Jacob, what did you do on your break?
I've mostly worked. The only other thing I've really done, I'll bet you can't guess.
Pooping.
Disney Dreamlight.
Oh shit! Actually, both of those are valid answers. But I was
Wild
going.
Disney Dreamlight.
No, no. The Xbox is in a completely other room. I can't do
Casual.
that.
That is fair.
That's fair. Yeah, but
Get good, son.
but yeah, that's Disney Dreamlight Valley. I've gotten so much crap accomplished because I'm not like playing tons of games every single week. Oh man, it's been good.
You haven't played tons of games every week, but you have bugged me for games every week.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get ready and prepped for coming back and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I went and I got you a game that you requested for tonight.
You did.
Happy?
I would be if. Well, you'll find out in my review.
And we'll talk about that later.
Oh,
Grant, what did you do over the holidays?
My holidays were pretty uninteresting. I worked a bunch. I'm still about to finish up the first run on this TV show that I'm working on, this cartoon. And I'm prepping for MAG stuff. And we did my niece has been wanting to sing more and more. And I encouraged her to come to the studio, and I tracked her and stuck her on some karaoke, which is similar to karaoke. And produced her up a little bit, and that was kind of fun. So the antics around the house, but no travels, nothing crazy, but just kind of laying low and getting some work done. So I did just make a purchase, though. I told you about this over the messenger. I've thought about this for so long, and right around Black Friday, I was paying attention because prices dropped. But on Wednesday, which is Tuesday, I can't remember. I bought a PS5.
Ooh.
I don't have one, and I'm telling you, it was finally the last straws were Silent Hill 2 and Astrobot.
Yeah.
I just have to play both those games, and I found an open box, excellent condition from Best Buy for $303. Which seemed quite good. And I was doing some reading, like a lot of ex Geek Squad kids about what the open boxes are, what the ones that are marked as excellent actually mean. Got a full warranty on it. It comes in tomorrow. Let's hope it's not a brick, but at least I have a warranty. But and if I end up not wanting to play a ton of PS5 games, I could always turn around and sell it used in my area is more than $303. So, but yeah, so I'm officially, I logged back into my PSN account for the first time in a while. Because Joe's like, am I your friend? And I'm like, I don't know, probably not, Joe. So I logged in, and he's like, what's your username? I don't even know what my username is. It's been this long since I've touched my PS4. So I'm back. I'm going to be back in the ecosystem, and I have used copies of Astrobot and Silent Hill 2 on the way. So I'm very excited.
I just want to know who the hell is the other Stemage on PSN?
I don't know. I'm poached on Twitch too, so I have a Stemage _ on Twitch as well. So it's bots that just slurp up anything that is Googled or whatever, I guess. I don't know, but I was a different name. My brother and I were splitting a PSN account, so we were Azzy and Grizzy. And then when he just stopped using the PlayStation entirely, because we were sharing it, literally like a PS3, we were sharing back and forth. I just changed the username to me once they allowed that. If you remember, 5 years ago, I think they allowed you to change your name finally. So it's mine. And I'm excited. And now I need to go and do searches. There have been several indies that were exclusive to PSN, PS5. I have an Xbox, so I'm just wanting to check out all the exclusives that I've missed. I couldn't care less for what's the series that Horizon or Final Fantasy? Those are not my cups of tea. No, definitely going to get Spider-Man 2. Definitely, probably going to try Ragnarok. Not sure, but I'm not even a big AAA boy. I'm curious to see what else is there, and maybe look at some of the classic stuff too. So we'll see.
Check out Gran Turismo while you're over there.
Oh, probably. I mean, kind of have to.
You love your racers.
I do love cars, Joe. And there was a dearth of car games this past year. Not a lot of car action in 2024. So, except for Gran Turismo. So, anyway, so that's my
test drive game.
No, I didn't. It never really got a lot of positive attention and didn't look particularly interesting to me. So I never gave it a fair shake. But I guess it hasn't done particularly well, and I don't think the fans of it have been very happy. It's not been very stable. So I never did. Did anyone? I can't remember. We talked about that a long time ago, but I was super busy. Did anyone end up checking that out?
I don't remember.
Checking what out?
Test drive game that was 6 months ago.
No,
I don't know. I don't think y'all did.
I would have to look it up if we did. I think it just sort of
didn't happen.
It wouldn't have been anyone in this grouping.
Yeah, I thought it was a Tuesday episode.
Or maybe it was.
Yeah, let me look it up. Fuck it.
But so not a whole lot of holiday stuff, but I do have a new gaming thing coming my way, which I'm very excited about. So, and I have an HDMI port ready. Hot HDMI port ready. Let's go. So, new toys.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Andy Sperry covered Test Drive. So,
okay.
If he pops up in chat, we'll have to bug him and be like, hey, how was it? Because I don't remember. That was episode 991. You know how far back that was?
More than a week ago.
September.
I was about to say about September.
It was ages
when the game came out. I will also say that they just announced my second show at MAGFest. I'm playing a solo show with, it's more of a combo show. Me and this guy, the Arkadian, we're having sort of a punk rock band battle concert together. Just us on stage. We're playing songs at each other, and then playing some songs together. It should be a lot of fun. But it's like the pajama party with Stemage and the Arkadian.
Pajama Jam, was it?
Yeah, Two Man Pajama Jam was. I can't remember the name of the show. So we're going to be wearing, onesies and playing rock and roll. So that'll be super fun. That got announced a little bit ago, so I'm practicing for that too. And that'll be the Saturday of MAG, which is fast approaching. So I'm playing too much guitar right now in prep. I'm sure
it's way too late to suggest a song to do for this, but
it is.
Go ahead. Guitar Man would have been amazing since you're fighting each other.
Oh, true. It's also a new song, but yes, yeah, that would be appropriate. Joe, I didn't know you were a fan of Guitar Man.
No, you didn't.
I'm joking. That was a joke.
I never let that on before.
The biggest joke. Monolithic.
No, he hates it.
Yeah,
I heard he banned all of its music at his wedding. Even
he's always talking shit about it.
Yeah,
it's awful. Leave it alone, Joe. Jeez, it's a good game.
Ian, what did you do over the holidays?
Nah, not a whole lot. I mean, outside of, visiting family and just being chill and whatnot. Literally. Had a couple days where I had to go out and do some excessive shoveling and almost pulled muscles I forgot existed, nearly slipping on ice. But other than that, no, I've just been relaxing, man.
Nice. My holidays were fairly uneventful. The big thing for me is I got a really cool Christmas present from Ashley. COVID.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ba-dump.
That's the no
So that was fun. I completely slept through New Year's.
You didn't miss much.
I know.
Yeah.
I laid down at like 4:00 thinking I'm going to take a nap, and then I'll wake up and I'll watch some wrestling with some friends and we'll play video games to ring in the new year. And I woke up to fireworks going off at midnight. Well, that didn't happen.
Yeah, but it's Berwick, so you're not sure if it was fireworks or not.
I hope it was fireworks. I'll just put it that way. Yeah.
I don't think there's any other West Coasters in this call? I don't believe so, is there? No. So
Aki is now. You're in Vegas, right? Or near?
Oh yeah. So you're
close enough.
Pacific.
Yeah.
Well, like when I was in the East Coast, New Year's was like this thing, and you watch the ball dropping, and it's New York, it's downtown New York, it's this thing, it's this thing to watch. That doesn't really exist on the West Coast. They don't. That doesn't. No. It's just like New Year's for the whole country is at 9 p.m. our time. And then at midnight, I first moved out here. I had to I was trying to find something to stream, find something to watch. There's nothing going on. So this year I did watch because I learned about it last year. The Seattle Needle is completely unhinged. It's like they just basically set the thing on fire with the fireworks. It's nuts. I really want to go to it. I think it'd be fun to go to Seattle for New Year's and see it in person. But they go crazy up there. So I watched that and then went to sleep. But yes.
Nice.
Yeah. No Dick Clark on this side of the country. Damn it.
Is that zombie corpse
of no zombie corpse of Dick Clark?
Both of you said zombie. No, there's no zombie. Zombie corpse of no.
Yeah, y'all said that and it confused me for a minute because
I'm weird?
also playing Dead Island 2. So I was like, wait, what?
Is Dick Clark in Dead Island 2?
Oh wow, he died in 2012.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Man.
Isn't it Seacrest that hosts that now?
Yeah.
Meh.
Timber says the New York ball drop is 118 years old. Damn.
Wow.
That's almost as old as the show.
18 years worth of doing something stupid. Gotta love it.
It's like Dick Clark died when the show began.
Once upon a dream. We're carrying on his legacy. Fucking awful. What has everyone played over the break? Anyone play anything fun? Besides Jacob with Disney Dreamlight?
I played Unknown 9, and I've I've actually managed to play through the entirety of Avatar Frontiers of Pandora's main game, so that was pretty nice.
How was that?
Which one?
Avatar.
It's pretty good. I reviewed it and didn't have a lot to say because for some reason it overheats my Xbox at home and causes it to shut down. But I bought a Xbox Series S and it worked on there just fine, and I really enjoyed it. After the show, I'm probably going to go and start playing the DLC. Get those.
That's awesome. I didn't have much interest in it, but just with all with the Avatar pinball stuff, working on that, I took more of like a vested interest in just Avatar stuff in general, and paid a little more attention to it. Did I play it? No. But it's not really my kind of...
Do you like Assassin's Creed and... do you like Assassin's Creed? Let's go with that.
Not really. I like Far Cry stuff, though. Doesn't it have a little bit of that in there?
Yeah, it does.
Yes, it does.
I have heard that comparison drawn, that it kind of has that Far Cry-ish format.
You have items around the map that you need to go to and turn off that are bases, basically. So, yeah. You do not have to go and deal with relays to unlock the map. Instead, it's just a fog of war. So that's nice. Yeah.
Good stuff.
That's all I've played, really.
Bri, did you get any time to really play anything while you were on break or no?
I was kind of actively avoiding playing games as much while I was on break. I played some title updates and stuff to kind of keep my gamer score alive and my rankings, but no, I just I kind of took a break from gaming. I think I played like 1 or 2 games. I played Hidden Through Time 2 Discovery. Just it was like a chill thing. I just sat and played for a day. I played the tiniest bit of like Sea of Thieves, but no, I just kind of took a break.
How far did you get in Hidden Cats in Tokyo?
I put it on my laptop and then I totally never went back to it. So yeah, I
gotta find Piddles. We gotta find.
I gotta find Piddles. Oh my gosh! Like when that gets over to Xbox and I get to review it, hopefully. It's a very different animal. They've done some new things with the series, so that's exciting. So that'll be cool to talk about.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
I didn't game that much. I'm trying to think what I actually did play. I played a little bit of the show. I played Gems of War and found out that just recently, after years of this guy not liking me because I don't hate weird numbered achievements, and because I don't hate them, they hate me. They just finally kicked me out of their guild after like 2 years.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't have a Gems of War guild anymore.
Oh.
All because I like weird numbered achievements.
Yes, because you're a blasphemer.
No, I just like unique numbers.
You're a blasphemer. That's what it is. You're just a blasphemer.
Oh, cry more.
You filthy heretic.
My gamer score ends in a 3.
That would be.
I have learned to embrace the weird numbers. I'm currently ending in an 8, and I'm okay with that.
Oh, I need to find out what mine is. You're in an 8. How does that even happen? I need to go find my
games with weird valued achievements.
I hope I'm blaspheming. Crossing my fingers. Let me check this out.
What am I at? I don't even know what the hell my gamer score is right now. Oh my god, it ends in a 5.
So what's so weird about that?
The world intended.
It's not. I'm not on a weird number. I'm on a 0 and a 5. And I'm usually on a weird number. I don't know how I'm not right now.
As
I'm
a,
on
member of
that
the,
number,
as a
and it
Card
makes
King
me
member of the
happy.
PC Master Race, I find this entire conversation absolutely fascinating.
Fair.
Imagine Steam
I'm on a
achievements.
blasphemous number, and I hate it.
Hmm.
I'm on a 2. I don't know what game I played that did this, but I'm not happy.
Oh, Horror Acolyte had 911 earlier this month.
Nice.
Oh shit!
That's a good one.
Cool.
I liked when I had 777777.
I was gonna say maybe I can go for all 7s. Like now that I'm at 2.7 million.
Ooh,
Heretics.
2.2777 7777777.
Yeah, I got around 30,000 to figure that out.
I think Carnage is aiming to hit 3 million.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He's getting close, aren't you, Carnage? I see him in chat there.
Scudder.
I'm just trying to figure out how to
man.
check. I'm trying to figure out how to check my gamer score on the Xbox app on PC. I can't. I have my pages up, but I can't. It shows me everything except for my gamer score. What's that about? Doesn't
Weird.
matter. Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna pretend it's 8-2.
All right.
Yeah.
Just click on view profile and it should say it there, shouldn't it?
Yep. View
No.
profile.
Yes.
Not there.
Huh.
Yeah. Shows my
Crazy.
followers and friends and. Oh wait,
down
ends in a
says
6.
achievements.
It ends in a 6. How am I
There
doing?
you go.
Nice.
You're doing great.
Proud
Yo,
of you,
check
Grant.
this out. I'm 40. I am 6. Excuse me. I'm 4 points away. I'm 4 gamer score away from 50K. I'm at
Nice.
49996.
We got to get you
Go
to play
figure out where you
Brotato.
got that 6 and get the 4.
How do I get a 4?
yeah.
Give me a 4 gamer score. What game's got a 4 gamer score in it?
Brotato.
That's what I need to figure out.
Yeah, Brotato probably does. I started playing Brotato. I'm worried I've got to like mainline it because it joined Game Pass like a year ago, or I'm gonna have to spend the $5 to buy it.
Oh, it's worth buying.
It's probably leaving
Yeah.
Game Pass at the end of the month. So now I've got to get that. But no, I started playing it. It's not bad. It's not bad.
It's fun when you just want to kind of sit back and wind down and chill without using too much brain power.
Yeah.
I mean, it does require, intelligent thought, but it's not like it doesn't monopolize your mental processes.
Yeah.
It's like, no, just dodging weird shit as potato. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's such a fun, relaxing game. I love Brotato.
I've heard a lot of good things about Brotato.
On Game Pass, give it a go.
Gotta see if I can get I want 50 even.
Now I want to see what the first achievement you could get in Brotato is, because I know it has 4 pointers.
Yeah, I just afraid I'll start the game and it'll be like 10 points. And then I'm dorked, right? So
I was going for 111, 1111, and I got lined up so I could perfectly land on it with a 2-point achievement or something like that. And I ended up getting a different one before it that was a secret achievement, and it fucked it all up. And then immediately after that, the right one popped.
Let's see. My first achievement in Brotato was a 1-point achievement for killing 300 enemies. And another 1-point achievement for collecting 300 materials, and then I got a 5-point achievement for picking up 20 consumables. So I could see that easily getting screwed up. But dying for the first time is 1 point. So yeah, you can kill 50 trees for a 4-pointer, but you're going to get other stuff on the way. So yeah, you might have to.
I have another
a
option.
little harder.
Another option. I could just ignore this and just finish Indy. That's
you
another.
go.
That's another option.
That is another option.
I mean, you also got the 6-point achievement from somewhere. Wherever you got that from probably also has a 4-point achievement.
Magic.
Or it has
Yeah, I
a
wonder-
14 or a 24 or a 34 or something weird.
Or 2 3s.
Yeah.
I mean, those are... that is
Injury
possible.
says you could get a 4 right away in the game Neuroblocks.
Also, plumbers don't wear ties.
Oh, I have that. I didn't play it. I could do that. That's what I'll do.
What's
That'll
the
be my.
4-pointer, and then let's. They have a lot of achievements in that game, though, so you could possibly screw that up easily. Where's the 4-pointer? You have to unlock something, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to get that. But Neuroblocks, that might be a good one. Get you your 50K. Oh, we mentioned Game Pass. Did anybody see the latest Game Pass update?
No, how depressed is it going to make me?
EA Play is getting UFC 5. And then Game Pass is getting Diablo 1 for the PC.
All right.
That's it.
It's a little thin.
That's it. It's
thin season, right? It's thin season. You know?
Yeah.
Usually their Januaries are big.
It's all right.
Like the post-holiday blitz, but it's a light one. There's like 4 games that are going from ultimate to standard, but like I don't like that they count those as new titles. I think they're just like fluffing up numbers big time. I don't like it.
That's probably exactly what they are doing, actually.
Yeah, Thimber's saying the other half of the month should have 3 day ones, but it's not a good first half of the month. And again, PlayStation Plus isn't having a great month either. Did you see their free games for January?
No.
They're getting the vanilla version of Suicide Squad.
Oh, geez.
Weird.
You could have bought the deluxe edition over the holidays for $5. And they're giving away the plain, no DLC version for free.
That sucks.
It does.
Big oof.
That's going to incentivize people into buying the DLC.
Jacob, you're really muffled again.
I don't think it is.
How about now?
I have still muffled.
What the hell? Seriously?
No,
you
it's
sound
it's
okay
like the
now.
more you talk,
Just
the better you get.
You sound good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Weird.
But I don't think giving them the base version of that game is going to make them buy the DLC. I'm pretty sure that anyone who plays that game is going to be like, oh, and then turn it off and never play it the fuck again.
Yeah. The other 2 games are better. They're getting Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered, which is a decent racing game.
That's a good one. I like that one.
And then Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, which is a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I reviewed that.
That was fun to play through again.
Yeah, it was.
All right.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead. Continue. Well, I have a PSN question. Maybe you should finish your news block. But I have all you other PlayStation genius people
about Power Wash Sim. That's it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, Wallace and Gromit's coming to Power Wash.
Yay!
That amused me. That made a couple of my friends happy because they're British and they fucking love Wallace and Gromit. So
that's a cool mashup. I wonder if they're British, the Power Wash people, because that's pretty.
I don't know where they're located.
There was a new Wallace and Gromit movie last year. It got nominated for some Golden Globe stuff, but I was unaware of that. So they're hot right now. Denver says yes, they're British. There you go. That makes sense. Future Labs, cool. Good to know.
I just want to know, because Wallace and Gromit is claymation.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly does the world look like for that level? Is it all claymation? Is your character claymation? Like,
I don't think it would be all. I don't think it would be all that difficult to really capture the aesthetic style of Aardman Studios.
Yeah, it's not. No, it looks like you're walking around in a Wallace and Gromit world. They released a trailer today.
I didn't see the
looks
trailer.
pretty. Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and it makes sense because like one of their short films is basically centered around Wallace and Gromit doing a window washing service.
Yes, I watched that not too long ago.
Yeah, and it was adorable.
It existed. I don't particularly like Wallace and Gromit.
Gasp.
Yeah,
I knew there was something wrong with you.
a
Like the
lot
entire
of things.
UK just collectively gasped.
There's one particular
Probably.
episode. There's one particular Wallace and Gromit episode involving pants and a penguin that you should watch.
Oh yeah,
Yes, that's
the wrong trousers.
The wrong trousers. If you've seen that and you're not a fan, then that's it. You're done. Nothing else to recommend.
I'm done then. I did not. I didn't like that one either.
So, can I ask my PSN question?
I was going to say, what's the question you have, Grant?
Well, you guys are all. I'm coming in like I've never touched a video game in my life with this PS5 thing. I need you all to sell me or not sell me on any of these plus plans and why. And I'm not going to get the biggest one because that seems silly to me. But what do you think? Should I bother?
It depends. Do you want a cloud stream or no?
I don't know what those words mean in that order in relation to
play games
PlayStation.
without downloading them.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, well then I would just get the basic plan.
Oh, really?
I don't think their game catalog is that good. I have the top tier right now just because I got a good deal on it for like the rest of the year. During the holidays, they're like, get it for like 40% off. I'm like, fuck it, I'll try it. Because I have a PlayStation Portal and you can cloud stream on that where you could just play games via the internet without connecting anything. But I just don't think the classic collection is worth it for the top tier. And I don't think the premium collection is really worth it for the mid tier, like their game catalog. If you think the game catalog looks good, by all means, go for the mid tier. Top tier, I don't think is worth it at all.
Now, what's the base tier get me?
Online play and the monthly games.
And monthly games. That's right.
Yeah.
You get just okay.
Yeah, the three we just talked about: Suicide Squad, Need for Speed, and Stanley Parable are the three for this month.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
What am I thinking? Well, I wouldn't have bought any of those anyway. So why would I? And I'm not going to play online probably. So why would I? I'm not sure if I would bother. I was interested in the classic collection, and I don't think I would do this. I've never found cloud streaming to be very responsive and comfy. And Xbox has really turned me off with their, hey, you're added to the queue. You can play your game in 10 minutes message that always shows up.
Yeah.
Which really kills me. They're going on this advertising blitz that everything's an Xbox. And I'm sitting here going, bros, I have an Xbox. I'm trying to just cloud play. And you're making me wait 15 minutes to play Halo. Like, okay, sure. So I don't know. I'll have to look at the catalogs and see. Might be fun to get some old PS1 game time in if there's anything up there worth.
I mean, there's a lot of classics in there to play if you plan on playing them, but you can just buy them individually if you prefer.
Yeah, totally.
I would rather just own the ones I want to own instead of on PlayStation wondering, is this mine or is this through subscription? Because they just lump all that shit together in your library on PlayStation. That's true. It also might make sense to in case I want to go and play a bunch once, right? You know how you do that with the classics? You kind of try them all out again. So... Okay, I'm done taking over the show. Thank you for the education. By all means, what other questions do you have? You're a new PlayStation
is this
owner. We'll answer questions.
Is this thing really as ugly as it looks? I think it's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. It looks like it looks like a freaking
pretty ugly system.
It looks like a Dyson air purifier that they turned a design they turned down in the boardroom because it was so ugly, and they took it out back and beat it like Office Space. It's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. But you know what? It's going on a shelf behind my TV because I don't really have room for it anyway.
That's where it was for me too, behind the TV, because it's too fucking big. Put anywhere else. I do have some googly. I always keep googly eyes around, so I might put some googly eyes on it, and then it'll be funny that way. But holy crap, Sony! Ugh. Anyway, I think it's
it is not a good looking system.
More of a comment than a question. I'll have more questions, but that's it. Silent Hill 2, the shit. Yeah, I haven't played that one, so yeah, I'm excited about that.
Astrobot's great though.
Yeah,
I think you're gonna have a good time with Astrobot.
Sweet.
And then you can make Aki jealous and buy Legend of Dragoon.
You fucker. I mean, I didn't say anything immediately.
You didn't. So you don't have a PS5? Is that what the issue is here?
No, I haven't had a PlayStation since the PS2.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
And that's one of my most favorite games, just period, ever. And it's an old PS1 game. And I really want to play it, and I really would like them to just give me the fucking rights to that game, because they're never going to do anything with it. And
they're just going to give you the rights to it.
They ought to. I care about it. They clearly don't.
I mean, they re-released it on current gen. They did something with it.
No. They should just give it to me.
Okay. Sony's just we'll talk to Sony about that, and we'll get back to you.
That works.
Bri, you said you had some news you wanted to talk about, didn't you?
Yeah. Speaking of PlayStation and ugly, there's a new wired controller for Xbox being made by Hyperkin called the Competitor, and it has symmetrical sticks similar to the PlayStation controller, and I don't know what they were thinking.
It's so bad. They took the worst thing about the PlayStation controller and put it on an Xbox controller.
Well, clearly it's working for Sony, so we've got to have something just like it.
I think Sony wants to switch their analog sticks, but they're known for having them symmetrical. And they're like, it's kind of like their look with the DualShock and that design.
Yeah,
I think they're
part of the brand now,
you know?
Yeah, it's part of the brand now, so that's rough.
Yeah.
I don't think I would mind it being symmetrical on the Xbox. I don't think I'd care all that much, honestly.
Yeah, that would just feel weird to me.
Yeah, it's just what you grew up accustomed to.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I wanted so bad to enjoy that Victrix Pro controller that we got. Because it had the offset analog sticks, but I couldn't play Astrobot with it because it didn't have all the features of a PlayStation controller. So it felt pointless.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed Shadows has been delayed till March 20th.
Yay.
Don't make me cry.
Hey, I'm glad they're just trying to make it as I feel like the company sort of hinges on this release, so I'm kind of glad. I'm glad they're like that is literally the last day of their fiscal year, so they're going. We are giving ourselves as much time as we can. Hopefully, it just means it's. I mean, the game's done. They're just fixing up tying up loose ends. I mean, that's where the calendar is. I mean,
I'd rather they put out a complete game.
Yeah,
and
yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, I'd rather them put out a complete game that's actually good rather than get sold off to someone else.
Who would even pick up Ubisoft at this point? Who's big enough? I don't think Microsoft would be allowed.
No, they probably wouldn't be at this point. Maybe they would. I don't know. I don't know what Ubisoft's like. What are they?
Maybe with Microsoft switch to third party, maybe that opens up the door for them to acquire more companies. Who knows?
Some people in chat are saying Tencent.
That would suck.
Yeah.
They already definitely make a bid for it.
Don't they already own like 1%? And they have isn't that whole thing?
Yeah,
but they could own more of a percent.
Oh, this was news. They were wanting to do that. They were wanting to like own more and take and have more seats at the table. And then Ubisoft's like, you can have more, you can buy more of us, but we still want the same seats at the table. And then Tencent's like, no, you turds. The whole idea is that you aren't doing what we want. Remember that? That was from like 3 months ago. I don't know if I'm paraphrasing.
That's been happening for years.
Yeah. So
Tencent has been trying to get a controlling majority of that company for a while.
Yeah.
And that's probably specifically why they don't want them to get sold to them.
Didn't Vivendi try taking over them first?
I think so, yeah.
And I don't know, man. They're saying there's some U.S. Tencent news. What is it, Denver? Let's hear it. Type faster.
Don't forget there's a delay in the stream, dude.
Oh.
No, I expect instant answers.
The U.S. government
a Chinese company. That does not surprise me.
Yeah, that happened yesterday, and of course, Tencent. Yeah, they're gonna go to court over that.
A military Chinese company, huh?
Nah.
What? Can someone say what the news is?
Yeah, we just did.
The U.S. government said that Tencent is a military Chinese company, I guess.
Oh, that's
no,
new.
Military has nothing to do with their business.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess
have to look into that.
They're probably like, because of like data that they're able to gather from all of the different video games that they have hands in, which probably get, I don't know, maybe they get played at military bases or something like that.
I have no idea. Yeah.
Well,
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was just say I've enjoyed some of the stuff Ubi's been putting out the last couple of years. I know they had some big fails, but Star Wars Outlaws was cool. I thought Motorfest was cool. I thought Prince of Persia was cool. I guess it's not all selling as much as it needs to. That's too bad. But man, I don't know. They don't like people, like to poke at Ubi, and yeah, they have a formula they do for a lot of their games, and it is what it is. But some of them are just fun, and I'm sure all the talent there will all get figured out. But I don't know. That's too bad.
The Prince of Persia game looked really, really good.
That was amazing.
It was really good. It just didn't sell.
Because I was watching. I forgot who was playing it at MAGFest last year.
Oh, we had it there, or is Joe had it there? Joe had it.
I think you were playing it, Grant.
Yes, I was jamming.
Oh yeah, okay.
Challenge levels. Yep.
I mean, it's a fun game to watch.
Yeah, it was good. It's good. And they support games forever. Like they just keep like Siege still getting some free support. Motorfest still getting free support. It's just, I don't know. They do a lot of things right, and but the talent will end up somewhere, right? So we'll see.
Yeah.
As long as it's not Tencent.
Yeah.
I got two more things in news. The first is Ball Squad news.
Oh, hold on. We got a button for that. I'm getting there.
I mean, Grant's here, and my algorithm now gives me all the pinball news. So
Bri, Ball Squad brethren, Bri Squad. Go for it.
Stern is relatively soon going to be putting out the new Dungeons and Dragons Tyrant's Eye pinball table.
Yeah,
there's 3 versions. The cheapest coming in around $7,000. It has some cool voice actors involved in the table, including My Chemical Romance singer Gerald Way. There's
what? Gerard Way is in that?
Yeah. And Critical Role cast, Laura Bailey, Michael Dorn, and Kevin Smith, to name a few.
Oh, yeah.
Brendan Smalls from Adult Swim is in there.
Yeah.
Metalocalypse.
So I watched the trailer. It looks really cool. Pretty hyped for it. I think the limited edition is already sold out. So looking forward to that.
Grant, you got yours ordered?
Afraid not.
Yeah.
I'm sure a local place will be getting one, and that's about as good as I'm going to do for now. But I do think a game like this that allows for what's the phrase? Progression between games is pretty amazing. And the way it works is that every Sunday the world resets. So you sort of spend that week progressing through the world in the game they've set up, sort of a procedurally generated world, leveling up your stuff, doing whatever, and then I don't know what happens a week later, but everything changes for everybody that plays the game.
That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it gives you they're giving you reasons to actually own a machine, which I think if they're trying to like get in the whole market, they need to lower the cost is what they need to do. But I think for getting people in the arcades, and they've had online achievements for years. You scan your phone when you play the machine, and you got a profile on any machine in the world, and it's just they're doing really smart things. So I feel like D&D plugs right into that whole thing with how popular D&D is right now. So pretty smart.
That is.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Aki.
Well, Hasbro decided because they just can't stop making the dumbest fucking decisions known to man. That they're going to team up with a gambling company to bring D&D to gambling, so that this gambling company can sink their teeth into younger people. So it's great.
What does that mean? You mean like gambling machine, branded gambling machines, or like gambling like slot games and stuff in your phone apps? Okay.
It's I believe a phone company that does online gambling through their little slot machine games and stuff via the phone. So it's great. I hate Hasbro.
Yeah, going back to my vacation, speaking of Stern tables, I found out that they had an arcade near where I was staying where they had like more than 30 Stern pinball tables, including Stranger Things and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Munsters, which I totally want to play next time I'm up there. I think it was like $20 for an all-day pass, and they also had around 150 arcade cabinets, and they had like a whole online leaderboard.
Wow.
And and it was like an hour away from where I was staying, so like totally looking forward to checking that out if I get up there
I would
again.
have made that a top priority.
I found out about it a little too late. So yeah, and then the hotel I was staying in had a Williams table from 1997 called Medieval Madness. I took a picture of that too. I didn't get to play it because I didn't want to buy tokens, but they had like a little game room in the hotel.
That's cool. Castle or something that you needed tokens.
No, they had a token machine, and I was like, I'm not gonna go find cash, and like, no, I'm good. But it was pretty cool. It was like it was Medieval Madness. So, and I feel like that's one that I've played before. That one looked familiar to me, so. That was pretty cool. Just, throwing that in there in my little ball squad roundup.
That's great. That one has actual Chicago or 2nd Street cast in it, like comedy troupe cast. I believe that oh crap, what's I can't remember her name. The writer for 30
Tina
Rock.
Fey,
that was
isn't she?
Tina Fey's voice is in Medieval Madness as one of the characters. Like,
nice.
It's pretty funny table.
Nice.
Sorry, pin knowledge. No one asked.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I'm doing it anyway.
I mean, like my whole thing now, like I'm getting into the history of all this stuff because the last Pinball FX table that had the pack had Bonsai Run in it, and I was like really getting deep into all of the history of some of the like Lawler and all these different like people and some of their early tables. It was pretty cool.
Cool. Very cool.
Nice.
The other news I have is movie news.
Ooh. No,
taking Jacob's thunder.
I'm getting there.
Nice.
I'm getting there. It's movie watch. There.
Apparently, Sony's going in on movies. And some projects in the works are Helldivers movie, Horizon Zero Dawn movie, and there's going to be an anime for Ghosts of Tsushima set to launch exclusively on Crunchyroll in 2027.
Ooh.
Nice. If only Crunchyroll's player wasn't dog shit.
Well, they got
to make a Helldivers movie. Starship Troopers.
I mean, I know, right?
Yeah.
There's like 6 of those.
Would you like to know more?
Yes.
They are great movies. I do love those movies. Even the shitty ones are still pretty good.
But yeah, that was all I had for movie news. And I don't know, Jacob, do you have any further movie news to tag on to that and take it away?
I do not have any more movie news, unfortunately. And
tisk.
The only news that I have is, a deep announcement of sorrow for so many people. Mighty Number 9 is not going to be arriving on the 3DS and the PS Vita.
Vista?
I'm sorry. Wait, Vita. Oh, holy God. I was so sad. I messed up its name. But Amazon is finally canceling the pre-orders 9 years later.
Oh,
wow.
Rip.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
I thought they would have had those pre-orders. I'm the only wrestling fan here, and I don't care. I'm going to enjoy playing those clips. And if you don't like it...
I'm going to need you to fuck off, sir.
It's funny, like, I talk about the algorithm, now I get all the pinball news, but I also get all the wrestling news because of a few people on my feed that are, like, wrestling fans. And so, because I interact with their other stuff, like, Twitter thinks that I'm, like, a wrestling fan, and I get all the wrestling stuff now, too.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Just like my beautiful wife in the background right now.
Yay.
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 Wave hi.
This is Joe Cam.
We're waving back, but she can't see us.
Everyone says hi. She says hi.
Yeah.
She doesn't give a fuck. She's like, shut up. I need to work. Leave me alone. Oh, so any other news? Grant, do you have any news you want to talk about?
One that made me laugh was this. There's some CES stuff going on right now, right? Because CES is kicking. I won't even need to mention the Switch leak stuff. The people showing off cases for this thing at CES. It's just hilarious that we've basically seen the whole thing. The one that made me laugh was the Acer Nitro Blaze 11. Did you hear about this thing?
No.
It's the biggest PC handheld so far, and it's insane. It's 14 inches wide and 7 inches tall. And there's all these tech people trying to hold it with one hand just for fun. But it looks like holding a television in your hand with like Joy-Con attached to it.
What's
it
called again?
Just use a laptop.
Yeah, exactly. It's called the Acer Nitro Blaze 11. And it's just massive, and it made me... There's one picture of this one dude, like, leaning on a rail on a river at night, casually playing this massive phablet thing, and it looks like something from the late 90s to me. But anyway, it just made me laugh.
Oh my God, it's huge.
It's huge.
I mean, why not, I guess?
It's like, let's take the Steam Deck, the Switch, make it bigger and, quote-unquote, cooler.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, it's probably got great battery life and it's super powerful. Probably also weighs 10 pounds. I don't know. But
work out while you're gaming.
Yes, not a whole
as well.
On display for the Twitch streamers. You can see how big the friggin' thing is.
Oh my gosh. Yep, that's a good one.
It's like, that's a handheld for someone with my hands.
I mean, my hands are pretty big. Maybe this thing is super comfortable. I feel like the Switch feels like...
Let's put it this way. Do you feel comfortable using the original Duke controller for the Xbox?
Yes. And also, I realize I have my Switch and this thing that sort of gives it wings. You know what I mean? To make it more comfortable. So maybe this is just built in. It's just a Switch with a screen that's 4 times as big. I don't know. Maybe this is maybe I'll just go pre-order one right now.
Do it. How much is it?
I don't know. Oh, let's guess. You want to guess? I'm going to say $1,200.
$1,200. Let's see. Does the article list it? 1,100.
Oh, not too far.
So
too
close.
Damn, you're close.
So close.
Not a lot of CES news, really, gaming related. That wasn't like PC stuff. I mean, there's like video card stuff, but I find that all pretty boring.
I don't follow that stuff at all.
5000 series.
Yeah. I mean, I get that they have to innovate. That's what they're supposed to do, but they're doing stuff that is just uninteresting. If they could take a 4090 and make it smaller, cooler, use less energy, but have the same power, I find that way more interesting, more affordable. But they just keep doing well, we've hit diminishing returns on quality, so let's just jam AI into everything and make everything look like slop. I don't know. It's very strange, but
and the top end of the new 5000 series is like $2,000 out the gate.
Yeah,
and that's before the scalpers get to it.
And it is a literal brick in your computer.
Yeah.
Fascinating. But that's it for me.
Cool. So, anything else people want to chat about, or should we dive into our batch of reviews that we got to tackle? No opinions? Anyone?
Not really, no.
I normally hang for the rest of the show, but I do have to go this evening, and I'm sorry for dipping a little early, but I will catch up on the reviews later.
Cool. We love having you on here. Thanks as always for joining us. Tell us again about your shows quick at MAGFest that people could check out later this month at MAGFest.
Yeah, I'll be playing with the band, the Super Strikers, which with guests on the main stage on Friday evening, 8:30, and then on Saturday I'm playing a solo show with the Arkadian, playing my own stuff. I've never played my own Stemage music at Super Mag before, so that's fun. That's on Saturday afternoon, and everything's streamed. It'll all be archived. Everything's archived these days, so if you miss something, because you're gonna miss something, luckily you can watch it later. That's the beauty of
Saturday at 6 you're going to be part of a panel. Yes.
I believe so. That's the plan, because my show is earlier, right? So that allows me the ability to do that, and also means you can come to my show. That's
hell
fun.
Yeah. Plan on being there. I think I'm going to see you and then Family Jewels right after for most of it, and then head over to the panel.
Coolness.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm playing right before Jamly Fools. So that's
Jamly Fools.
All right, y'all. Happy New Year.
Got any new music to play at the end of the show?
Oh, what happened? Did anything happen?
Yeah, that or I'll just play some Family Jewels.
Go for it. Play some Jewels. Let's beef him up. Actually, no. Play some Arkadian. I'm playing with the Arkadian. Play Vampire Killer from Arkadian. It's not the Vampire Killer you think it is. And it's always cool to hear a dude who can sing like this in the VGM scene. So play some Arkadian Vampire Killer.
All right, got it written down. You'll have to get me a link so I know where to pick it up afterwards.
Got it. Sounds good.
Grant, have yourself a good one.
You too. See you guys later.
Hugs.
Bye.
Ian, you gonna stick around, or are you heading out as well?
I can stick around.
Cool. Everyone else, you ready for reviews?
Let's do it.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. First game to talk about tonight is Tap Wizard 2, developed by TopCog and Ultimate Games, published by Ultimate Games, released January 7th on Xbox One, Series X and S for $14.99, coming to Switch later in 2025. Choose your spells, perks, and traits, then let the wizard do all of the work in this unique idle RPG. Tap Wizard 2 is a fusion of the idle, incremental ARPG and twin-stick shooter genres, resulting in a game like no other. Jacob, tell us about your time with Tap Wizard 2.
So Tap Wizard 2 is an idle game that bills itself as this kind of like fantasy twin-stick shooter. And really technically it uses both sticks, and technically it is a shooter, so we can shoot around that. But in all reality, you use one stick to control menus, and the other stick, if you so choose, to control the little character running around on the screen. That's what that one's for. However, you can just leave the character to mill about. They're not going to last as long, I discovered, as if I took over. The AI seems to be very limited in that respect. But yeah. So to go back to the idle portion of this game, it presented itself in kind of a top-down view of everything, and it's just this wizard that you get to choose what they're like, what spells they're going to have. Like, you either get 2 or 3 at the very beginning, and similar to like sort of a ARPG kind of thing. As your character levels up, you're able to choose more powers for them, and eventually, I shouldn't say all, but most idle games that I've played, eventually you have to like start resurrecting yourself to become more powerful. And when you do this allows you to play as different characters if you so choose. And yeah, it's just more of the same. It's not like the graphics are bad, but it's just one of the things that I really didn't like about this is that it bills itself as this like, oh, well, you only have to choose 3 things, and then like you could just let it be. I mean, yeah, I guess technically, but it's just, it felt very involved for the first hour of it. As it's exploring, it's explaining all these different menus and what they do and like what your abilities are, and how the game generally works. Yeah, eventually you can leave it on its own, but there's a little bit of investment when you first start this game. That was unexpected, and I don't want to say unwelcome, but it felt like it was trying to be more than it could actually deliver, if that makes sense. Joe, I know you were playing it, but
I tried playing it. This game did not mesh with me at all. It felt way too complex for what it wanted to be. The controls were unintuitive. The gameplay was fairly unintuitive, and it didn't really making the guy run around. Like, it wasn't exciting because you still couldn't choose where he's firing at. And it's just, it didn't explain how the powers work or, how often you're going to be able to fire him. And it just, I don't know. It's just like, yeah, like taking control of the guy makes you live longer, but it's like,
okay. I don't know. I just never felt like the payoff was particularly worth it. It just, yeah, I don't know. Like it, and the fact that it cost $15, I'm like, yeesh.
Yeah, the price kind of threw me off. I believe this was free to play on PC, if I remember. I might be thinking of the wrong game. But even still, the price is significantly steeper than I expected on a game like this. I will give him a shout out for putting me on the cover art for whatever reason.
Yeah, that was uncanny.
No comment, Jacob?
To be honest, I don't think I even noticed.
Well, look at the artwork for it.
I'm going.
Jeez, you wiener. I'm going to have to pull it up, aren't I?
Yes.
Look, man. Jeez.
Yeah, it was free to play on Steam.
It's free on Steam.
Oh,
crap,
man.
my connection is slow.
Although the Steam
Jacob,
page
look at
does
the
not
stream.
feature
It's there.
your artwork.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just there as the thumbnail.
It's the thumbnail for the video, the trailer.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's up on screen right now.
Big purple wizard.
Yeah, bald with a giant beard.
Picture of you.
So anyway, the game's $15. What are your thoughts on
I wish
Tap
you had
Wizard
that
2?
kind of hair.
I do wish I had that hair.
What do I think about
Rolling
it?
locks.
Like, I mean, not for $15. Like, I don't think it delivers enough to make it really worth that. I mean, like, yeah, you could argue, well, like, you know, it's not like all those other tap games that are free to play and like you have to do microtransactions to like really get ahead. Sure, but honestly, this feels just as much of a grind as those. Like, I don't know. I didn't have fun with it. I didn't find it particularly interesting. The concept's interesting, but the execution's not. And unfortunately, not at 15. If it was on sale for like 5, sure, but not at current price.
Yeah, $15. I can't. No,
I can't justify it.
15 is just a deny in my eyes. If it were a $5 game, maybe it would be a fuck it, why not to just give it a try at that price. But 15, I can't put my weight behind this one.
Yeah,
there's a lot of me to put behind it.
Currently on sale for $11.99.
Doesn't change my mind.
Yeah, no, that's not enough.
No.
Yeah.
Or says for $15, better to just tap out. All right, next game, Star Trek Legends, developed by Emerald City Games and QubicGames, published by QubicGames, released December 25th. Xbox One, Series X and S, Switch, PS4, PS5 for $11.99. Step into the role of your favorite heroes and villains from across the history of Star Trek and embark on an epic space adventure to control the mysterious Nexus. Battle to save all of existence in Star Trek's official strategy-based RPG. Jacob and Bri, both of you played this. Who wants to start?
Go ahead, Jacob.
Oh, yeah, I can do this. So, Star Trek Legends is originally it was a mobile based game for Apple Arcade, and it's pretty much a Star Trek gacha game. And you play as this captain, and the storyline is that you are this captain of this new Federation ship, and the Federation has decided. Sorry, I now realize I have to preface this. So if you didn't see Star Trek Generations, okay, there's this thing called the Nexus Ribbon, which is this energy thing that moves throughout the universe. And if you get caught, if you somehow get sucked into it, it's just this like wonderful fantasy land that you get stuck in. And I guess you could describe it as kind of like a heaven.
It creates your version or vision of an ideal paradise.
Right. And yeah, so anyways, after the end of the movie, like the Nexus Ribbon's still like going around the universe and all that kind of stuff. Well, anyway, in this game, the Federation has decided that they want to like somehow harness the power of the Nexus Ribbon and also go save everyone who's trapped in it. And so they create this ship, which you're the captain of, and you go get sucked into the Nexus Ribbon, and oh my god, and guess what? All the tech that they said would work didn't work, and your crew got sucked up. And so now it's a rescue mission for your entire crew and all of these Star Trek characters from the movies and the TV shows that you could just pick up and it's like you really want to play it for the plot, but like the game never really takes its own plot too seriously because there's all these like, oh, are we in the Nexus or is this real life kind of moments kind of stuff. And it's just, yeah. Anyway.
It's more of a mechanic to facilitate the explanation of the gameplay.
Yeah, of why all these Star Trek characters are in the same thing. I mean, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, like they would just explain it as like, oh, this is some game that like tabletop game that you're playing. Like, I don't know why they didn't just go with that instead of the super convoluted plot line, but I'm not going to lie, at least they try to keep it interesting, even though it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But anyway, so you're going through this, you pick up characters, you have these little turn-based skirmishes, and you can decide what powers get used. And after you get all your XP and any items and stuff like that at the end of your missions, you can upgrade your crew members, and it's not just crew members, but like, you know, of famous Star Trek characters. There's also like generic, like, oh, here's your Federation science officer. Here's your Cardassian weapons officer. Here is a Borg commander character.
Here's all your red shirts.
Yeah, you actually do get some red shirts too. But, I mean, why wouldn't you? But
can any of them survive?
Only as long as my save file did.
Oh no!
I have a feeling we're gonna hear something about that, huh?
Oh yes, but I'm not. But I'm not just there yet. So, anyways, but yeah, you go through these like little turn-based battles, and then afterwards you can upgrade your characters. You can get new powers for them. You can, if you gather up enough of like this one substance, you can start recalling other characters, and like you generally like 19 times out of 20 it's just a generic character, but like, yeah, you might get some crew member, or you might actually get somebody like one of the generics that's actually useful. Like I had a Borg, I think he was considered a science off. No, he was considered, I think he was tech. He was either tech or science or something like that. Holy God, that guy came in so damn helpful with like kicking everyone's ass. And I was really pleased with my crew that I was able to get. Like I was running around with Michael Burnham from Discovery, Commander Riker from Next Generation, Leonard McCoy from the original series, and this Borg that, you know, fuck it, man, he's in my crew. I don't know why I have him. I just suddenly like energized his butt out of there. Anyway, we're running around. We're having a grand time. I'm now on the second episode, 2 out of 6 for this thing. And I save my game as the game says that I am able to do by going through the main menu, or going into settings and then selecting that I go to main menu, where a screen says going to the main menu will save your game. This is about 2 days worth of progress in this game. Like, you know, I had been playing it for about 2 days. Altogether, it was like 4 hours worth of actual gameplay. And I was just on level, like, I think my guy was level 9, thereabouts. Save my game. And then the next day, not the next day, but like later that night, I go to fire up my game, and suddenly I'm level 2. And almost all my crew's gone. I'm sitting there with Michael Burnham and Leonard McCoy, and that is all that I have. And I'm just like, what the crap? Like, what happened to my save thing? So, like, I shut down my Xbox, I uninstall the game, I reinstall, thinking like, oh, okay, like, you know, it'll pull from the cloud save. There is no cloud save.
Oof.
And yeah, and so I go up and read all of the reviews, and all of these people who got the game before me are just like, oh, I was level 36 and now I'm like level 29. It completely erased 8 hours of my progress. And the people on True Achievements like think that they had like theories for like how to fix it. And it's like, oh, we'll just save after every chapter or save after every battle. I did that, and I still kept going back to this like level 2 save, no matter what I did, no matter who I unlocked. And it's just like, I can't progress any farther than this without this being the only game that I'm playing.
Yeah.
Like, saving your game will ruin your game. So,
Bri, did you run into any issues with this?
I'm loading it up right now to see. I did not play it all that long, so I didn't. We'll see here in a moment.
I'm not gonna lie, I was really disappointed with this because, I mean, plot aside, like the story, which is, yeah, it's there, but this reads like a high school fanfic.
There was
like,
some cute stuff. Like, you know, it was kind of funny, like the little commentary, like Burnham had never had to deal with Cardassians. Dr. McCoy would have a hard time believing that there would be Klingons in Starfleet when he met with Worf. Like, that stuff was cute.
I mean, those were understandable and correct towards lore, which, you know, which fanfics tend to be. However, I will say this, whoever was writing for Dr. McCoy, like, no. Like, he would not say half of the crap that was coming out of that character's mouth.
Yeah.
Like, no, nope. Sorry. They may have gotten a story down, but they didn't get their own characters down, in my opinion.
Gotcha.
But anyway, but honestly, like, the gameplay is fairly fun, and it's like, this is another one of those, like, I can play this like with one hand, like, you know, with my wife, like, while like cuddling with my wife on the couch. Like, you know, it's a simple game that doesn't require a whole lot from you to really play. And I was having fun with it. Like, this is like, for me, it was like a legitimately fun game. And then my save file is destroyed.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
my save file appears to be intact right now, but I never actually saw anything about saving, so I just let it auto-save.
How far into the story are you?
I don't know. I think my character is like level 4, so
okay, you probably haven't.
I got through. I'm in episode 2.
Okay. All
yeah.
Right. Huh.
I'm in episode 2.
Okay. But
no.
Looks like there's 8 episodes in the game, and they get increasingly longer or something. You can replay the missions too.
Yeah, which
pads.
Yeah,
which I thought was cool.
Yeah, that was nice that you're able to do, like, kind of like how Mass Effect, like, you know, you're able to do certain things on certain missions if you have like the correct crew members with you, like if they have like enough of a tech bonus or like enough of a that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I really wanted to give this a good review. Like, up until the whole save thing, I was just like, heck yeah, like, support Star Trek on consoles. Like, we need more of them. I was a little disappointed that you can't do anything with the spaceships. But I'm wondering if that's like, if rights are tied up with a different game, because there is like another mobile game that is nothing but Star Trek ships. So I don't know if rights to the ships were like already signed off to somebody else or what. But so it's like, if that's the reason, then I get it. Like, I don't hold it against it, but it's just, I really want this game to be fixed. I hope it is. because I would really like to come back and give an update on this and be like, heck yeah, buy it. Like now you can buy it. Like it's fixed. But
we talked with the publisher. They said that there is a patch being worked on. They don't have an ETA for us on when it will be up. When we come back in February, because this is just a one-off episode. We're not doing this shit regularly again yet. I'm too tired for that. When we come back in February, hopefully we'll have an update on this one. But as it stands, it's $12. I need a verdict.
As it currently is, no. Not with like as many people as many people who have lost their save files and progression like I have. No. In its current state, like I really wanted to give this a buy it, like I really did, but currently I cannot.
Yeah, the achievement list is a little grindy for me, and that scares me hearing that there's save progression issues. I also wasn't entirely thrilled that like there's these $2 paywall character packs.
Yeah.
Unless you get the complete edition for $20, which still
I'm
for a
lie.
licensed IP, it's pretty inexpensive.
I'm not gonna lie. I was, I want this game to be fixed partially because like then I want Joe to like ask for the DLC to review that. And that but the thing is that it's just like if it's in this kind of state, then it's just like I'm not going to want to return to it.
I don't think there's anything to really review out of them. They're just character packs.
Shut up, Joe. Shut up.
No, I'm not going to shut up.
You shut up.
But this was something I felt I could play pretty casually and have fun, but like I didn't find it super engaging, and seeing the grind of it kind of disappointed me. So I was going to give it a try. But yeah, hearing about the save progression issues, like I would want to kind of wait to see what the patch does, and I'm going to be real careful with my save right now. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on. Next game is Nefiriya and the Sands of Eternity. Developed and published by Synnergy Circle Games. Released December 18th on Xbox One, Series X and S for $4.99. Windows Store for $4.99. Bundle of both for $7.99. Nefiriya is just awakened from her 3,000-year slumber. Help her find a way out of the pyramid and begin a new life in the contemporary world. But beware, her destiny is in your hands. Collect gemstones along the way so she could live a wealthy and luxurious life. Jacob, what kind of life is Nefiriya leading after playing with you?
Poor and destitute. So Nefiriya is this simple retro platformer where you're playing as this like cat-looking character who has to like go through this pyramid to escape, and along the way you're avoiding all of these traps that are found throughout, and if you can, you try to gather, like every level has this one jewel hidden somewhere, usually surrounded by a bunch of traps. But you want to try to grab the jewel on your way out, because then you can sell them and live your life in luxury or something. Anywho, the first like 15 or so levels, like occasionally there's like a it's not like a precision platformer, but like there's definitely like a timing or rhythm to it that some of the levels were. But like I'm not gonna lie, like around level 15 I was just like, some of these levels got really annoying with the traps and how it was doing damage. And you'd think like putting a block in front of a trap would block said trap from hitting you, but it wouldn't. And sometimes it was also real hard to judge like how far the distances were with stuff. But honestly, overall, like it's a pretty fun and simple platformer. I really dug the last level. Like that was unexpected. Like I died a couple of times, but would you consider it a spoiler, Joe? Like to talk about like what the last level is?
Not for this game, no.
Okay, yeah, you're just trying to escape it's the final level, and you're escaping the pyramid if you beat this level. And And this game sometimes has like unannounced game mechanics that will suddenly pop in. And this one, like after you move 2 of these blocks with your psychic powers, because I forgot to mention that you're also able to move blocks, certain blocks with psychic powers to make certain traps passable or to get the jewels, and that kind of stuff. You move these 2 blocks, and all of a sudden the ceiling is slowly collapsing on you. So then you have to like book it and like get out of there and avoid these jumps. Or avoid these traps with jumps and stuff like that. And yeah, like for what started as kind of like a ho-hum platformer, I was having fun by the end of it. Like,
want to hear something funny?
Game. What's up?
Well, first off, Javor's just subbed for the 16th month, so thank you, Javors. Always love having you here. Enjoy the emotes and the kitties. I never had the ceiling come down on me in the last level.
Did you get the good ending?
Yes. I got every jewel. I got everything in the game.
It didn't start collapsing on you?
It didn't trigger for me. I was like, this last level's not that hard at all. I got through in the first shot.
Wait, you played it on Windows though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you play it on Xbox?
No.
I wonder if the Windows version's like broken.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
I went through it on Windows. I haven't, like, I bought the 2-pack. I didn't play it on Xbox yet. I plan to get to it. But yeah, the last level was just a normal level for me. The roof,
oh god, yeah, the ceiling is slowly coming down, and so like you have to like plan your jumps correctly, and of course there's like spikes hidden inside the blocks of the ceiling. So if your head touches the ceiling, you automatically die. And at the very one of the things I thought was kind of cool is at the end, because that's where the jewel is for that level, and you're almost given kind of like a Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade ending with it. It's like, all right, well, the grail's right there. You know, you could reach it, but you probably don't have time, or you could just guarantee your survival and just go out the door. Which one are you going to choose? And I was just like, shit, I got to leave the jewel behind. Like,
Indiana.
Well, the good ending only requires what, like 18 jewels?
18 out of the 25.
Yeah, I got all 25.
Well, yeah, because you also didn't have a ceiling collapsing on you.
Yeah, on one level. What's your excuse for the other 24?
Because I got the good ending as well, because I've 1K'd it.
Nice.
I think I was 23 out of 25. I remember I think there was one level. I know that there was one level, but I don't remember which one, where I just saw where the jewel was, and I was like, fuck this, I'm not bothering with it. Like, I'll come back later if I feel like it.
See, I got all the jewels as I went through because I thought you needed all the jewels for the good ending. Like, I could have skipped a few of them if I wanted, but I would have expected that
too, but I read up on True Achievements about that.
I just went in blind. Like, let me check out what this game is since we're reviewing it this week. Beat it in like 40 minutes. It was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Yeah, it's like 45 to an hour.
Yeah.
Nice.
So $5 for each version, $8 for the 2-pack. What do you think on this one?
If you care about the achievement stack, then yeah, go for the $8 one. This one's enjoyable enough that you're not gonna like hate your entire time that you're playing this game. Personally, I don't know if I'm gonna run off and get the Windows version too.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if you're about the achievements, go for the $8. Otherwise, just choose your poison and go with 5.
Cool. Next up, Garten of Banban 7, developed by Euphoric Brothers, published by Feardemic, released December 19th on Xbox One, Series X and S for $9.99. After the latest events, you were separated from your friends. Delve deeper into the mysterious establishment that is Banban's kindergarten. You are now completely on your own, and the future of everything depends on Aki.
If it
future depended on you,
me,
what happened?
Then It apparently didn't depend on me, because if it depended on me, they'd all be dead and the world would be a much better place. So in this one, you meet with a doctor, and he's trying to catch the big green guy because they're trying to fight the darkness dude. I don't know what his name is. None of their names mean anything to me. They're just gibberish. And this is more Banban, because innovating would be effort.
So what is the gist of Banban? Because I know that there's like a whole lot of them in the series, but I don't actually know what they are.
They're mascot games.
Okay.
Steam got people really wanted to make a bunch of them, hoping to be the next Five Nights at Freddy's game. So they made a whole bunch of little horror mascot games, and this is one of them. The main problem with this is all you do is walk from point A to point B and get killed by bullshit. And that's specifically what it is. It's bullshit. Because half the time, if you need to make a jump, half the time the jump button doesn't do anything, or they'll sit you down somewhere and say, "Hey, choose the correct answer," or you're going to die and it's going to restart, and you're going to have to choose the right answer. But then they don't tell you what any of the options you're picking say to get the right answer. So you end up dying until you figure out, oh, it's this box, this mystery box right here. That's the right answer for this one. Now let's go to the next question. Stuff like that. That's going to be like 98% of your deaths is stuff like that, because why not? And then the game loads really slow because they have so many polygons in literally everything that don't need it, because this is a very basic visual design game, but they've put like as many fucking polygons in it as you would expect from something like Red Dead 2. And I don't know why. So every one of your reloads is going to take like 30, 40 seconds, even on a series. And all the episodes are it's...
Yay!
It's something, because I don't want to use that many obscenities.
I love the timing. We thank you, Mr. Coolness, for the sub, for the 6-month sub. Just hearing Aki go like, "Oh, it's just like, yay!"
Perfect. But yeah, so in this one, you're just trying to help the doctor, and there's not much to say because the game's like an hour-ish long.
And this is part 7 of a series. Well, part 6, but numbered 7 of a series. You haven't been a fan of this series. Does this new one do anything different to change your mind?
No. I could try and say no in other ways. Hell no. Not at all. Nope. All still means the same thing. No.
We got another way we could ask. Pernell, is it good?
Fucking no.
There we go.
That is correct.
Yeah.
This game does innovate ever so slightly once. It gives you an upgrade to the little drone that you fly around, and basically for the entire rest of these games, you've just clicked a button that tells it to go to this point in order to slam it into buttons, basically. In this game, you can do that, but you can also take control of it in a very shoddy, hard-to-control way where you control the drone and you can see through its eyes. So you can go around corners now and then slam into buttons. Because can't have too much innovation here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's their big improvement for this game.
So it's basically more of the same. If you're a fan of the series, you'll presumably enjoy what's here, but if you're not a fan, this one's not going to win you over?
Correct. If you're a fan of the series, you have whoever's wiping the drool from your face buy the game for you. Everyone else...
Wow.
Everyone else...
Purnell, do you think that was harsh? Hey, Purnell, do you think that was harsh?
Fucking yeah!
Do you blame her for saying it?
Fucking no!
Should we get a verdict on this?
Fucking yeah!
Do you think it's going to be any good?
Fucking no!
Aki, tell us.
Purnell knows what the fuck he's talking about. No. No, just like all the other games. No, not really. If you want easy achievements, the latter ones are okay-ish, but why subject yourself to this? I'm sure there's an idle game out there or a clicker game that it has just as much gamer score and has much better story to it.
You could play Nefiriya and get 1,000 gamer score in an hour there.
You can play idle clicker and get a better story. And 1,000 gamer score or more. I don't know if it has more or not. So no, I pass on this game. Wholly.
Well, let's assume that someone is a fan of the series. They've always wanted to play it. There's a bundle of all 6 games, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7, for $35.99 as opposed to like $10 each for some of them. I think one of them is $5.99 or so. Do you think it's worth picking up the bundle and getting the whole series in one shot? If you're a fan of the series, or do you think you should just piecemeal it and see if you really like it?
If you truly like this series and you truly want to play these games, get the bundle. It just makes life easier. You can beat all of them in like a couple days. So it's not too bad. Everyone else, it's really not worth it. It's really, really not worth it. Save your sanity and a lot of anger and choose a different game.
All right. Well, if people want to try it anyway, Garten of Banban 1 is a free demo. And then if you're interested, you could carry on through the story piece by piece after that. But
yeah.
We are going to carry on. We now have a 4-pack to talk about of AFIL games. We're going to start off with Kiting Cat, developed and published by AFIL. Released December 26th on Xbox One, Series X and S, PS4, PS5 in the Windows Store for $4.99. A bundle of the Xbox and Windows is available for $7.99. And Kiting Cat, prepare delicious meals for your feline customers by moving carts, chopping, mixing, and baking ingredients to create the perfect dish. Each level requires precision and planning, as you'll need to pay close attention to the orders and ingredients before you start cooking. Serve your whiskered clients with speed and accuracy to keep them happy. Bri and Jacob, both you played this. You played all 4 of them, actually. So, Bri, start us off on this one. What's going on Kiting Cat?
So, I've been calling it Kidding Cat because why not? Yeah, I don't know, but call it what you will. I would classify all these games as Sokoban. So this one a little less pushing, but you are sliding dining carts to get ingredients and send them to hungry cats. And you are a little cat chef. Of course, it's cute cat stuff, so I'm gonna like it. It starts off with simple dishes like just a fish or some milk. And then it gets more complicated where you need to send ingredients together to make milk and cookies. You'll need to run your food across knives to make sushi, or even pass ingredients through fire to cook them. You have to be careful with the fire because if you run it through more than once, your food turns into charcoal. Yeah. There are multiple locations to play in, like the city, the beach, and the forest across 40 levels.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought the whole notion of like if you accidentally send it through the flames twice, it burns to a crisp. That was not a gameplay thing I was expecting, and I actually laughed at it the first time I saw it.
Oh yeah, and it's an achievement too, I think. So
yeah, it is. It is. I will say that I compared to so many of these Sokoban games that we've had to play for this podcast. that like this one, honestly,
It's
I felt
creative.
like it was trying to change things up at least.
Absolutely.
I do appreciate that about this game.
Yeah, there were a bunch of different meals to make, like pizza, grilled cheese sandwiches, like a fried fish sandwich. And each meal has a little map of ingredients to help you keep track of what you're doing. There's an undo button and a restart for when you've made mistakes. And yeah, I found this to be a lot more satisfying and more interesting than the typical box push Sokoban. The cats were cute. So is the premise. Like the new mechanics of food types felt like it progressed at a reasonable level and the challenge ramped up at a nice pace.
Yeah, I felt like I had to put way more thought into this one than previous Sokoban titles, but I did appreciate just like the layout of it. And Bri, what did you just talk about? Because like now I have to jog my memory.
That it ramped up at a reasonable level and the challenge.
Yes.
Like
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's just like so many of the other titles. You get to like level 5 or 10, and all of a sudden it just ramps up really badly, and you just like, what the fuck? I don't even want to finish this thing. Or like now I need to go like up on YouTube and figure out how the hell to finish this.
Yeah. Yeah. I can think of one in particular that was pretty bad for that. And yeah, this is not that. This is pretty pleasant. Like, and it was a little bit more creative than the typical, Sokoban where you're just trying to push a box onto another spot to light up or something. Like there was, this cute little premise to it with the serving food. Sometimes you'll have to knock dining carts into other dining carts and change like which cart the ingredients are on to get it to the next
sometimes
location.
they'll fling together, like they'll end up combining. Which
and then you can combine the stuff
annoying.
together. Oh yeah, you can actually. There's an achievement for making a mess, which is really cute, and
I ended up having. Yeah, I ended up having milk and fish go into the same thing together. Yeah.
That's terrible.
But there's like things where you'll need like 4 ingredients to make a meal, like to make spaghetti and meatballs or something. And you get there's these little stones that you can stop things on. There was a nice little progression with different mechanics that just made it interesting and fun.
Yeah, I agree. This was a nice change of pace for these types of titles.
Well, there's a couple more we got to talk about before we give any verdicts. There's also Infernitos, developed and published by AFIL, released December 18th on the same platforms for $4.99. In Infernitos, take on the role of a little imp chef serving up devilishly delightful dishes to hungry demon patrons. Move the dishes across the fiery kitchen, carefully pushing and delivering them on the table to serve your hellish clients. Every level demands sharp thinking and a strategic approach, as each dish must be assembled with precision to satisfy your picky infernal clientele. Bri, what's going on in Infernitos?
So yeah, again, Sokoban style, where you're sliding dishes to different tables while you serve your demonic customers. And the little imp chef serves the best food in hell in the Infernito restaurant. When you serve the food to the table, it summons a customer with a little sigil, and then a little demon appears, and it's pretty cute. I think there's 30 levels with 3 different zones in this one. Again, you have an undo button if you get stuck, and there's achievements for using it multiple times. You'll have to employ some strategies like kicking food into other food to create a block when you slide stuff. That was definitely something you had to do a lot more. All the dishes move in a sliding fashion until something stops it, like a wall or a table. The food was kind of random. You have plates of pizza, taco, cups of coffee, stuff like that. But it's like random each time what the different foods are, which was kind of neat. There was like a good variety just to like, spice things up a little. You do have like a timer to improve your score against. It'll also show how many moves it took you to get the job done. You can try and improve on that. And I felt like the challenge in this one leveled up gradually enough to make it pleasant again. The pixel art was nice. The variety of food kept it, good for, I don't know, just keeping it interesting, I guess.
Jacob, your thoughts on this one?
I thought it was okay. I don't know. It didn't sell me nearly as much as Kiting Cat did, but
Yeah.
I thought it was good. Like, I thought it was better than previous Sokoban titles from AFIL games. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if you're looking for a different look for everything, you know, and you just need to have demons with your Sokoban puzzles, then sure, why not?
I mean, there's a point where it's like like the what is it, Rule 54 or whatever it is, where there's a Sokoban for everything.
Yeah, there is, because the next one is Sokomonster, developed and published by AFIL. This one, January 2nd for $4.99. Sokomonster is a thrilling puzzle game where chaos and strategy collide. You play as a powerful monster invading a city tasked with destroying buildings by pushing cars into them. Progress through 30 uniquely designed levels, each filled with new challenges and obstacles that test your wits and destructive skills. What's Sokomonster?
I mean, this one had a cute premise too. I like the whole monster crushing buildings with a car angle of the Sokoban. It was kind of similar to the previous two in that you had to be strategic with your movements because you slide things instead of pushing. And sometimes you have to use other pieces on the board to stop your current piece from moving to get it in the right spot to hit the buildings. And if you aren't already Soko'd out, like it was okay, but this was probably my least favorite of the 4-pack.
Jacob, your thoughts?
Sorry, I have to scratch my eye. Anyway.
I thought you were going to say I got to scratch my ass. Hold on.
No.
That's what I was expecting too.
Anyway.
How's your butt feel, Jacob? Does it feel good now?
My eye feels fine. Thank you very much.
Brown eye.
I was expecting more of like a pink eye joke, but okay.
Either one works.
Anyway, essentially what this is like, it's Godzilla Sokoban, but like, they don't have the license, so it's not Godzilla. I'm not gonna lie, I was annoyed by some of these levels because what can happen as you're pushing these cars into these buildings, it'll collapse one instead of the other, and the game doesn't take the time to explain why it works that way.
Yeah.
And so as you're trying to solve these puzzles, you're also now having to realize like, oh, well, if I shoot this car this way, then it'll collapse this building. But if I shoot it another way, which should theoretically knock out this one building, it's not going to. And it felt inconsistent at times with what order things would collapse in. And so it's just, I ended up having to restart multiple times on levels that felt like this should have been a valid solution to it. It wasn't bad, but it was just meh.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It just happens to be my least favorite of the 4-pack. Like, there had to be one that was not my favorite, and that was it. It was a little more challenging. Yeah.
It's the one you're okay with leaving at the mall.
Yeah.
You will be going to buy a pack of cigarettes. You'll be back in 20 minutes.
Wow. Well, we mentioned there's 4. Let's get to the 4th one. It's Sokocrab. This one developed by Dudeeki Studio and published by AFIL Games. Released January 8th. $4.99, same platforms. Sokocrab is a delightful puzzle game where you control a clever crab tasked with pushing barrels onto spots to unlock the path to the next level. Combining classic puzzle-style mechanics with a charming beach theme, Sokocrab challenges players to think thoroughly and plan their moves carefully to overcome increasingly complex puzzles. What is Sokocrab?
I mean, this one was pretty standard Sokoban where you're pushing boxes, or in this case, barrels into little slots, and then they light up, like kind of like if you were lighting up buoys or something at the beach. The crab was pretty cute. I'm all for crabs.
I liked the visual style of this game. The levels aren't bad or anything like that, but honestly, it's the visual style is really what like this game has going for it. in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, who asked you? Oh, I don't know.
Nobody technically, but you know.
Yeah. And I thought this one was pretty easy. It was very chill and like it wasn't mentally taxing. So it was just kind of enjoyable from start to finish. There's like, I think there's like 40 levels. Yeah.
Any other thoughts, Jacob?
There's so much Sokoban.
Yeah, not really. I mean, like this one didn't really stand out. Like Kiting Cat, but like it was fine. Like it's there. I don't really have anything I could fault it for. It's just
yeah, no, it was
all right.
It was pleasant.
Okay, well, let's talk pricing. Each of these games clocks in at $4.99 on console, $4.99 on Windows Store. I believe only Kiting Cat has the $7.99 2-pack. What are your thoughts on each of the 4 games for $5? Are any of them better than the others? Do any stand out? Should people pick one or two over the others? There's 4 of them here, so give us your thoughts. Jacob, you start.
I would say Kiting Cat is the definite best out of the group and the one that I would wholeheartedly recommend picking up. If you care about the achievement stack, then sure. Otherwise, just stick with one version. After that, like if you're going to get 2 of them, really it just then becomes like what your aesthetic is. Would you rather have crabs or... Would you rather have crabs?
I think the answer is no to that.
Would you rather be playing as a crab or do you want to be playing as a demon? And whichever one fits your aesthetic, go with that one as your second game. The only one I like really wasn't wild about was the Sokomonster one. And like it's just that one's just like a meh. If you've got $5 to burn and you really need a new puzzle game to play, like it's not deny it, but it's just okay.
Bri?
Yeah, it was just a lot of Sokoban from the same group of people, like all at the same time. They were all,
it was
decent.
a Soko Christmas.
Or good. It was. They were all decent in their own right. They all had something a little bit, nice to it that made it a little bit different or cute or, something. I would say Kiting Cat was definitely the standout for me. Not just because of the cats. I really thought the mechanics were nice and cute and something a little bit different. And Infernitos was similarly kind of themed in that you're doing the cooking. And the only one I just was my least favorite of the bunch was Sokomonster, and again there was nothing wrong with it. It didn't capture me as much as the other games, and I would say I could give a buy to all of them, and obviously I am an achievement hunter, so I would say they were pretty good for easy achievements. I think they all have 2,000 gamer score already a piece. And
Jeez.
So if you're doing the stacks, you're getting a lot of gamer score for a pretty low price. So if you're not already Soko'd out, as I said earlier, there's a lot of pretty easy stuff to go through, and they were not. None of them were so challenging that it was like I don't want to play this anymore. So that was really good. Yeah.
All right, AFIL, hear me out. Sokoban game. I'm the hero. I have to save my castmates from what the fuck ever. It's called Jokoban.
Or it's you you're trying to move your cats from one room to another. And so you have to push these cats throughout the room.
Or
I was trying to involve all of you, but it could be cats instead.
We could all just be sliding pancakes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sliding pancakes. And at the end of every level, you just have George going, wet pancakes.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, AFIL. Here's your idea. Let's do this shit. Jokobon coming 2027 to Xbox and PlayStation.
2027.
Yeah, I mean, games take a while to make.
I mean, I feel like they could probably slam this out in like a couple months.
We're very low priority.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's fair.
We're very low priority even for ourselves.
Yeah, we are.
That's also true.
All right, we got one more game to talk about tonight. It's a preview of Saintess of the Golden Bow, developed by Transparent Games, published by Error 300, releasing sometime soon on Steam. Reborn as the Saintess of the Golden Bow in your favorite fantasy novel. Rewrite fate in this Otome visual novel. Forge bonds, evade death, and battle Demon Queen. Your choices shape the realm's your choices shape the realm's destiny. Will you save the world or meet a tragic end? Aki, tell us about your time with the preview of Saintess of the Golden Bow.
Okay, I spent about an hour playing this. I played through it twice just to see what all the different options you choose did in the game, and the answer is not much, sadly, at this point. Basically, the beginning of this is you're a young American woman, and you got to make out with the grill of a car going at 80 miles an hour. And then you wake up in someone else's body. And it just so happens to be the Korean webcomic that you oh so love, that's about boy love. So the premise of the story is kind of weird on that basis. And you're put in the body of the princess who is supposed to die right at the beginning of the book. And, oh, look at that, a demon's trying to kill you. Oh. So, you end up surviving, because there's not an option to die, thankfully, though that would have been funny. And you end up becoming the Saintess of the Golden Bow, which is this amazing bow that some blacksmith made and said, only a special person can use this, and they have to be able to shoot. That's the only way that we can kill the Demon Queen, is she's shot with this bow, and no one's been hit until you show up. Problem is, your character's supposed to be dead in the book, and the knight who follows you and is a puppy dog in love with you is supposed to be the one who is supposed to be the Saintess instead. So your survival has kind of completely and utterly, irrevocably fucked the story. And you're like, I just wanted to live. Now you're forcing me to go to war. That's inconducive to living. So yeah, you have to figure out how to get the three main protagonists on your side and develop a romance with them. And your options are the prince, who is the biggest douchebag on the planet. He immediately comes in and talks shit about you publicly because he's the prince, and you're referred to as the princess. You're not actually a princess. You're like a duke's daughter or something, so you're much lower rank. So he comes in and immediately makes fun of you, and so does basically everyone else. You can go after a priest who's not allowed to marry anyone who isn't part of the priesthood, so that romance goes nowhere. Or you can get with your knight, a guy who's already deeply in love with you. So those are your three choices. Which one do you think you're going to pick, folks? The dickhead, the person you can't get with, or the correct person?
Choices. Let me think.
Yeah. As for choices, in the demo that I played, the preview, there were, I think, 3 or 4. However, choosing different ones didn't really impact the story overall. I think 2 of them may have impacted how 2 of the love interests viewed my character a little bit. But since it's so little of the game's actually included as part of this, I don't really know how much that impacted either of the characters' views of me. So I like the art. The music is great. there is some voice acting in it, but it's not complete. So sometimes you'll start hearing characters talking to each other, which is cool. And then parts of that conversation might suddenly not have voices for some reason.
Well, this is still an early preview. We got to remember that. So,
yeah. So hopefully they get all the voice acting done, because that really took me out of it, having like them not using it, and then suddenly they were, and I was like, oh, there's voice acting. That's cool. And then they'd stop still in the middle of the conversation. I was like, that's weird. And then they'd start again. And I was like, but yeah, it's pretty. I think it could be interesting. This is an otome, so you are a young woman going after men. Premise is weird because you went to a BL story, and for anyone who doesn't know what that is, because you're not weebs, it's boy love, i.e. it's guys romancing guys. You're a young woman. All these characters are going after each other, and now you're supposed to seduce one of them.
But clearly I can change him. I just have to work harder.
Exactly. It's so weird.
Notice me,
like
senpai.
Because that's like one of the very first things, and all of this stuff is explained to you, because the character's like, here, let me write down some stuff so it's still in my head. And she specifies, like, your knight is supposed to fall in love with the prince, and the high priest is also supposed to fall in love with the knight, but they don't end up getting together. And it's like, so all three of these guys are gay. How are you going to get with any of them? That doesn't...
Through the power of love.
Apparently so.
I don't know.
Basically, you're on a quest to turn one of them straight, or at least bi.
Yeah.
Yes, apparently. It's most amusing. So
we'll find out eventually if you succeed in this. This is just a tiny little preview of the full game we were able to check out. There's not even a public demo of it yet, so that's how early this one is. We don't have a release date on it yet. It just says coming soon or to be announced. As it stands, should people wishlist this? Ignore it? What should people do on this one?
If you like otomes, I think this is going to be a good one, especially if you like Korean manhwa, which is what this is based off of. That's basically the Korean version of a comic, because a lot of them actually do deal with lots of the stuff that's in this game. So I think if you like those, you're definitely going to like this. I think it's totally worth keeping an eye on at the very least. Hopefully I can get a more hands-on time with this game when it actually gets closer to full release, or is
hopefully you can get a more hands-on.
Yeah, and be able to let everyone know a little better how good this game is. But for now, I think it's totally worth keeping an eye on, at least.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah.
And on that note, we're done. That is it for this episode. And pretty much that's it for this month. We just got together to knock out some quick reviews, chat with Grant and Ian, and have ourselves a fun night of catching up. Yay. Yay.
I don't feel like anyone drank anything the entire time.
I don't know. I was high, so.
Well, you're always high. That doesn't...
And?
That's not something special.
I still put the effort in, goddammit.
Yeah.
You know
Music this episode, we're going to play Vampire Killer from the Arkadian.
Nifty.
Yay.
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 Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year to everybody. Again, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for keeping us company and for being here. We will be back in about another month or so, 3-4 weeks. I still don't know the official date. It's probably going to be the Tuesday after MAGFest, so February 4th. And by then, we're going to be 12.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? That's the day after the podcast's anniversary. So February 4th will be our 12th anniversary show.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
So
think I will be back from New York by then, so
Nice. Does anyone have any final words to wrap up? Ian, we'll give you the final words since you hung out to the end. Give us some final words to end the show.
Yeah, I'll see you bitches after MAGFest.
Nice.
All right, recording done.
Yay.
Ooh, we finished. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know.
I think she said banana.
That's what I thought I heard.
Yeah, that's what I said.
All right, well.
All right.
We are finished, so Jacob.
Get your sweet ass on out of here.
I just realized my microphone's been off like the whole entire time.
GG, everybody. GG.
Stormy night. He's returned to haunt your dreams with a hellish fright. I've heard the legends, I know all the tales, but in my father's footsteps I will hunt through the trail. Oh, I hear them screaming in the night. I feel their mortal pain. Dracula, you're going down. Stronger than before. Will I ever find the key to unlock this fucking door? I know the quest is long, he's lurking every hall. My health is low, but I've been bestowed with chicken from the wall. Oh, it's time to burn all of his bones. And now he has appeared. Dracula, you're going down is the way it's always been. When I'm through, I'll reward myself with dread. hell breaks loose.